Hey, y'all, you listen to the Gary Owen podcast. Hashtag GetSome. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Owen with the GetSome podcast. You can listen to this on iTunes. Just go to iTunes, search hashtag GetSome, or search Gary Owen. Or you can listen to this on YouTube, youtube.com. I don't know if it's backward or forward slash Gary Owen com. Busy week this week. I'm just going to start off introducing my wife quick. Kenya, go ahead and talk.
You know, there's some tight rules. Sometimes I don't know when I can and cannot talk. Hi.
Okay, I have to start this off in an apology.
Oh.
Because I listened to the Oscar podcast about 3 weeks ago, and I was very short with you. I was almost to the point where I was borderline rude. And I just... Can I get the apology out?
I thought you were getting some adjectives.
No, I was. It's funny when you watch yourself back, and I'm always open to constructive criticism. Always have been. I think that's one thing I've been good at in this business. And I just came across short and borderline rude. So I just want to apologize to you. I apologized the week after I saw it, but I want to apologize to you in person. Like I haven't seen you in 3 weeks.
Aww.
But I'm sorry how I came across. Very sorry.
That's okay. I thought you would be sorry, so I bought a pair of shoes from you.
You bought a pair of shoes for yourself?
Yeah, but
I wasn't that rude. I wasn't that rude. I don't know about that.
I figured you.
Beautiful. I will say I will say not to brag on myself, but I've always been open to that. I don't know if that's from playing sports and everything, because I don't know if you remember, like 3 years ago, I went out to LA for pilot season. Which pilot season is when all the networks, the major networks like CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, they cast all their new TV shows. So it's just like, it is like it's just a lot of actors in LA from January, February to March, and they're all trying to get casted in a new TV show. So you got all these people doing auditions. You're basically doing audition every day. And the first year I did it seriously, where I had a good agent and I got sent out every day, was 2015. And I wasn't good. My auditions weren't good. We were getting bad feedback. I think I felt a little entitled because I was coming off Think Like a Man 2. So I thought I should be getting offered stuff. I shouldn't be auditioning. I got a little, I don't know. I was, my mind, my state of mind wasn't where it should have been, but I learned from it.
Was it really, do you think, entitlement or confidence? Do you know what I mean? Like a lack of,
It wasn't lack of confidence. No, I always think when people don't cast me, they make a mistake. Because I know when that camera's on, I know what I can do. Like I've never been on set and been in a movie or a TV show where I felt I left there going, I wasn't good. It's something about when the camera's on, you're getting wardrobe and it's that magic happens. If you got chemistry with somebody, I always think people make a mistake when they don't hire me. To this day, I'm like, you made a mistake. But so it's never been a lack of confidence, but I just wasn't prepared. I was just basically learning the lines and not showing any emotion that went with the lines. I just thought if I memorize the lines, that's good enough. But I didn't really get into character. And honestly, some of the pods I was reading for, I wasn't into. I hadn't got to the point where I could say no to an agent, because I had fought for so long to get a good agency that would get me auditions. I felt like I couldn't say no. So now I'm to a point where luckily we're in a digital age and I can do most of my auditions online, or I can have my guy on the road tape me. And now I'm at a point where I go, I got it. So I haven't got casted in everything I've gone up for, but I feel like I'm giving good auditions and getting good feedback. So again, it goes back to my fault. I shouldn't have been so short and borderline rude.
It's okay.
With you, with
Really, it was okay.
I did read the comments though. Somebody's like, "Dang, you short with your wife. Dang, you come across as rude." I was like, one comment I can let go. When it gets to about 6, 7, I'm like, okay, all these people aren't agreeing for no reason.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah. What are you thinking for?
Oh, because if they wouldn't have commented,
you
may not have felt the need to apologize.
Yeah. Anything you'd like to apologize for? Are you perfect?
Damn near.
Nothing you want to apologize for? Nothing? Okay. Nothing?
Did you guys find? Did you read some comments?
No. I'm talking about in life. Nothing you want to apologize for?
I'm sure there's
Jesus
something.
Christ.
I apologize for whatever I should be apologizing for.
Well,
Can you think of something I should apologize for?
no, I thought that's something that's something internal. You have to come from within with that. I can't tell you.
Okay.
I can't tell you. What's going to happen. We're going to be in a deep conversation about something else.
Wait,
and you're going to come up with something.
I do have something. Friday, the end of the week, my kids were getting on my nerves so badly. Like the morning, I'm like, hurry up, let's go. I'm tired of being late. It makes me look like a bad mother. By Friday, we was doing the same routine. Hurry, let's go. And out loud, I thought I was thinking it, but out loud, I said, and I also woke up and my kitchen was a mess. It wasn't like I had left it. And I said out loud, I can't wait for y'all to get out of here. Like, move out. And they just stopped and looked at me. And I think I really said, I can't wait for you to get the fuck out. I think I said that out loud. But, and as soon as I said it, I like caught myself. I was like, oh, did I just say that out loud? And Austin said, well, good morning to you too. And Kennedy said, well, when my teacher asks what kind of weekend I'm gonna have, I guess I can tell her my mother wants us to get the fuck out. So, all right. I apologize for saying that out loud because I didn't mean it. I was just so frustrated that they disrespect my kitchen the way they disrespect my kitchen.
I meant towards me.
Oh.
That was a really long apology for two people that don't appreciate it. Our kids.
They don't appreciate it.
Let me tell you something. I love our kids to death. I love Austin and Kennedy, but they are, and this is the thing. They're teenagers to the core, to the point where we'll laugh about it in 10 years. I always tried to think about that stuff. Like, I'll laugh about this in 10 years. I woke up today and my son has a phobia of shower curtains. He don't like getting a shower where there's a shower curtain. He needs the glass or I don't know what else he needs. But we got he has a bathroom in his room that he's never used because we got a shower curtain in that room. So he has to go to the in-law suite and shower there, where it's like a glass shower wall. What do you call it? Glass shower wall?
The door, shower.
Yeah.
It's a wall and door, all glass.
But I go to his bathroom every day just because, sorry, it's a coffee maker. It's cleaning itself. If you go to my Instagram story, every day I'm home, I talk about my coffee maker because I really believe it makes the best coffee. It really does, but it's a little work. But it cleans itself every time I do the podcast. For some reason, right in the middle of it, it cleans itself. I think it's a little hater. I think it's somebody else's podcast that got tuned in to where we live, and there's a hater out there in the coffee world. I don't know if Folgers is hating on me, but I go into my son's bathroom, and there's piss in the toilet, which it should be every parent's pet peeve.
Right.
But it isn't like hydrated piss. It is dehydrated piss. So it's super yellow. And then there's some on the seat. I go, who the fuck misses the seat? Right. Raise the seat up for one.
Right.
And he missed the seat. And he didn't wipe it off or flush.
Oh.
Good luck being his girlfriend. Good luck.
You can have him.
I'm ready for him to get out.
We love him.
I love him to death.
We just want to love him from afar.
Yeah. But I will say, we got 2 boys and a girl. One son's already in the house. He's great. Productive lifestyle. Never been in trouble. He's great. So we did good on the first one. Second one is Austin. He's going to be okay in life. I don't know what he's going to do.
I think so too.
But they always say normally the girls end up taking care of the parents. I think in most households, like when you get older, it's the girls always showing up at the old folks' home and stretching you out and shit like that. And I think Austin's going to be that kid, though. I think Austin's going to be the one to stay close to us. And then if something goes wrong, he'll come over and just house sit with no issue. We need you at the house. You know, you think you're going to live longer than me. I don't. I don't think I'm ever going to die. I was like, then we're going to be there, buddy.
That'd be awesome.
Really? Oh, it depends on the quality of life. Like 40, honestly, 40 is probably mid-30s the best time to live forever because you're not stupid and your body's still physically in good condition. I wouldn't want to be living my whole life at 20. Jesus Christ.
No, I think 35 for me. 35, everything made sense and it just became awesome. It was 35.
35?
I had already done all the dumb stuff.
Yeah,
but
true.
You know what they say?
Keyword there is they. Who is they? Because they could be stupid.
I don't know. But do you know at like 40, Um, a man's testosterone
Starts to decrease.
starts to decrease.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
There's horny goat weed.
Honey Gortweed. Goat.
Goat weed.
Oh, I got my hand.
No, you take the horny goat weed, and I hear it really works. Okay.
I'm supposed to smoke it?
No, they're pills. So
Goat
I think
weed?
you're supposed to take 4 a day, but I suggest everybody the men start with like 2, just so you can see what you can handle and what you need. But it will increase your girth and length.
I'm good on that.
Yeah, I'm not even saying
Shit.
you need it, but what I'm saying
Sip my coffee on that little comment.
there is something out there.
I ain't trying to give you a
for everyone to
hysterectomy, baby.
take.
Shit, right, come with
I'm
it.
just saying, if you
Them Owen boys
find-
ain't coming up short. That's what I know. My dad was hung, and I ain't gonna say how I know, but he walked by
How do
one
you
day.
know?
No, I was
Yes,
9. He had an apartment, and he used to pick me up, and I used to stay at this. He had this little shitty ass apartment. He'd pick me up sometimes, and I'd stay at his house, and he had this dog named Brandy. I'm definitely allergic to dogs. We got our little dog because it's hyperallergenic, but
Yes.
hairy dogs and cats, I can't do it. But he had a dog, Brandy. I used to hate sleeping in his house because I couldn't breathe. And his bedroom, he only had one bathroom, and his bedroom was right across this little hallway. And he had some hoe over one night. I heard him. I was like 9, I heard him.
God. Okay.
But he was putting in work. I didn't hear my dad, I heard her. And all of a sudden I saw the sound stopped. So clearly they were done. And then my dad comes walking across thinking I was asleep. But the way his couch was, I'm looking right down the hallways. And I just saw my dad walk by with this freaking third leg. And I was like, God damn. I literally told my mom, don't bother him with child support. I got a blessing coming. I got a gift coming from old man. I think that's why my stepdad always had an issue with my mom and her relationship with my real dad.
How would you know how big your dad's dick was?
saying they talk about everything.
No,
I think
she didn't talk about that.
I think he knew them own boys slanging me. And I hope Austin got that gene too.
I think
it's a sense of pride when you know your son's hung, I think, for a man.
Okay. Anyways,
I would think. If you heard a rumor like, dude, your son got the biggest dick at the school, you'd be like this, that's my boy.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Be a sense of pride.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, for those of you that aren't able to tell a story like that or claim that you have the biggest dick walking around, there's horny goat weed. Check it out. I think you get it at Walmart, actually.
Yo.
Low libido.
Listen, let's okay, we're going to switch subjects. Enough with this dick talk.
Okay.
It's the NFL free agency. I know you're probably going to fall asleep on this.
No, I'm going to just check my email.
But don't do that. There's so many moves going on right now. Hey, listen. Shout out to Antonio Brown for just doing what wide receivers do. Wide receivers are, I don't know if you know football. Wide receivers are the divas of the NFL.
Are they?
Yeah, they're by far they're the divas.
Oh, okay.
And he just played that diva behavior and got out of didn't want to be in Pittsburgh anymore. Got a contract with the Oakland Raiders, who's going to be in Vegas next year. And if you think of Antonio Brown, you think Vegas.
Oh.
More than any other team. Antonio Brown, you think Miami, LA, or Vegas. And he got to go, so he's going to play in Oakland for 1 year, which is a great city, which we live in.
Yes.
And then he gets to go to Vegas, and he got like more money. So he got like some godly of $50 million contract, like $30 million guaranteed. 50 million, 30 million guarantee. He just wanted out of Pittsburgh. I heard he nixed the trade to Buffalo, but he wanted Pittsburgh. And here's the interesting thing about Antonio Brown. So I watched The Shop on HBO, and great show with LeBron and all them. And Antonio was on last week, and I sent him a DM saying, hey, man, I really enjoyed watching you on The Shop, and it was nice to see your side of things. Because a lot of times you get one side of things. And he made a lot of sense. He goes, I was never a problem. Then the minute I started to, quote unquote, be a problem, they changed the narrative on me as far as what kind of teammate I was and what kind of player I was. And he goes, up to that point, I wasn't. And I was like, that is true. Like NFL teams, and I'm sure NBA teams and baseball and everything else, if they really want to put out some bad things about you, they can. Because I think every NFL locker room and anything has, and not everybody's going to get along all the time. So there's going to be not even dysfunction, but disagreements and arguments and a lot
Any family.
And yeah, because you are a family. You're around them more than you are your family during the season.
Right.
And a lot of that stuff back in the day was kept in-house. And nowadays it seems like there's always these anonymous sources that releases, this guy did this and that. I hate it when they do an anonymous source. But most of the time the anonymous source ain't lying either. They tell the truth. But it's funny how you can change the narrative. But I like what he said. He was like Ben Roethlisberger called him out for running a route not like he wanted. And then Antonio goes, "You threw a damn interception to defensive lineman. I didn't say shit about that." I don't know. I'm so happy he's at the AFC North and the Bengals ain't got to deal with him. But he got back to me on my DM and we exchanged cell numbers. And he said he wanted to come on the podcast.
Oh,
so now that he's in the area, Antonio,
we can make that happen.
Just hit me up. Now we live a little out. We live in the sticks. We ain't right in Oakland, but I'll come pick you up, bring you out to the suburbs. That'd be funny. Our neighbors just that'd be funny. Our neighbors see Antonio Brown just walking into our house. Is that AB?
But listen, would we interview him together?
No, that'd be one-on-one.
Oh,
yeah. Sorry about that.
Will we ever have a guest, like somebody we can interview together?
Well, I don't know. Who can you get? If I bring him, I'm interviewing. You got to bring in somebody. Bring somebody. Okay. You when you grew up with Jason Kidd, get Jason Kidd on. There's a lot of people you don't use in your Rolodex that you could use because you grew up with some ball players. This
is not me, but okay.
What?
I'll find somebody that has like a super interesting story, even if they're not famous. Because
But let me ask you this: what's not you? Because you're not asking them for money. You're not asking them for tickets. The only thing you're asking them is to be on your podcast. And honestly, now that I have a podcast and you're on mine a lot, people enjoy getting asked to be on podcasts. They like to know that they're being thought of.
Okay, so this is what I'm looking for in a guest. A good backstory, because women, like, I'm not really into football, but if I come across a football player that has this interesting backstory, I become interested. So I'm going to look for a guest that I think women would enjoy, even if they're not into sports or whatever. I'm looking for a good backstory.
Jason Kidd. Call him. You grew up with him. And let me ask you this. How did you know Jason Kidd growing up?
I mean, just kind of ran in the same circles.
But you were a little bit older, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you still have sort of the same friend.
But how did you start hanging out with him, though? Because you were hanging with him tough.
Not tough. Okay.
You were tough because
the adjectives again.
No, because
tough.
Because when the All-Star game was in Oakland, like 2000, I think it was 2001.
Not tough.
We were living together.
Circles.
We weren't married, but
friends.
He made a point to reach out to you and was like, "Kenny, you gotta come because it's let me finish. You gotta come because it's in our hometown. You gotta be there." And he made a point like, "You were with me in the beginning. I really want you here." And then he threw me in. And you can bring that dude you're seeing.
But we just kind of had the same, friends. Like somebody through somebody like that. Like, I'm not saying his immediate friends were my friends, but that's how we got to know each other, through friends.
Are you able to share the story?
No,
because you like to keep secrets.
Yeah, shut up. That's what I'm really thinking.
People like to know. I never do like personal stories that can get anybody in trouble, but you got a couple good ones about J Kidd.
Okay. No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
And I
There's some good ones. And they're like 20 years old now, 25.
Listen, I tell you, don't be throwing,
It's not that bad. I would never throw like if I'm not Jose Canseco. I'm not doing what he's doing right now.
You know what I think? I think he's telling the truth. I think he's being patty, but
Jose Canseco?
Yeah, I think he's telling the truth.
Dude, you don't listen. This is what I don't like about dudes. I don't like dudes. Two things I don't like about dudes.
Hold up. Do you guys know what Jose Canseco did? So J-Lo is now engaged to Alex, and
Alex Rodriguez.
Right, and then Jose Canseco was married to what's his wife's name? His ex-wife. But he just put it out there that Alex is seeing Josie. I think it's his ex-wife's name. His ex-wife.
Stupid. I don't like guys like that. I don't like. Here's the two things I don't like. Don't ever. Karma has a way of working itself out. So you don't. We all know guys and we all know girls that are messing around, either on their boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. We all know them. It's not your place to go to the media and call them out like that. I don't think. Just like I don't like guys telling on their dick. Like, yeah, fuck. Like when Lil Wayne did that thing about Chris Bosh's wife. And he goes, "Ain't no fuck Chris Bosh's wife." When he did that shit years ago, I was like, I lost a lot of respect for Lil Wayne after that because I know he was mad because I guess the Heat kicked him out of the game that time. I was like, but we all got a pass. There's dudes out there that can say they fucked you.
Okay.
And there's girls out there that can say they fucked me.
Hold up. Not a lot.
All I'm saying is there are dudes out there that can see me on TV and be like I fucked his wife.
There's 6 out there, okay?
Well,
not
you just shorted one because you told me there was 8.
I told you it was 7 because you are 7. Don't be trying
you
to
just said 6. You just said 6.
Because you're 7.
No, you said I was 8.
There are 6 other
There's a mystery dick out there.
6 plus 1 is you.
There's a mystery. 6 plus 1 is 7.
6 plus, but you are
You
7.
told me 8. You told me 8 before me.
Somebody else.
There's some mystery dick out there you're trying to delete from your memory.
No.
Oh, speaking of, talk about Kenya's past. Okay. All right. So I'm in San Jose last weekend. You know where I'm going with this.
Oh, no. This is what I mean. You can't just be always putting people's business.
This is why listen. So I'm in San Jose last week, right? Shout out to the Improv. It's the first time I've been there in
Please don't put a name to it.
I'm not. First time I've been there in 14 years. And the last time I was there, I filmed a DVD there. It was one of those things where I filmed Martin Lawrence's First Amendment there. And I saw what a beautiful little theater it is. Because it really is a comedy club, but it's a theater. And
it's really cute.
Yeah.
Nice.
And for those of you who don't know, Mike Epps did one of his comedy specials there. A lot of people. They said Joel McHale just filmed his there. And we finally got a weekend there. And I just did Friday, Saturday, 4 shows. Sold out, packed weekend. It was great. And hopefully they'll have me back. But it was great. It was one of those clubs where normally my crowd is 50 to 60% black. And then the other 40 or 30% is white, Mexican, or Asian, like a little mix.
Okay.
This was even across the board. I think it was 25% black, 25% white, 25% Latino, 25% Asian. It was across the board. I'd never seen such a mixed crowd like that. And so this guy that is a stand-up. Can I finish? Let me finish. I already apologized.
I know, but don't give all those details.
I'm just saying, some guy that's trying to be, or he's a comedian in the Bay Area, grew up with Kenya, went to school with her. Now, I met him before. He's a nice guy. And he goes, "Hey, Gary, man, yeah, I knew your wife in high school." I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll tell her. What's your name? Blah, blah, blah." Not going to say his name. He shows up in San Jose again. And then my wife tells me, "Oh, yeah, that was one of my kissing buddies in high school." I said, "Well, what the fuck did you kiss?" And now I'm looking at a dude like this. Oh. So now this motherfucker's telling his 2 homeboys, yeah, I used to. And she swore she didn't have sex with him. She said she just made out with him.
I did. We used to sit in the front seat.
Front seat? So you so flustered you can't even speak straight.
No. Okay, first of all, this is high school, okay? High school. And his cousin was dating a good friend of mine, so we used to get together. They was in the back seat. It only lasted for a month. He and I was in the front seat, and we used to kiss to "Careless Whisper."
By George Michael?
Yes.
He gay.
No.
He gay.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
He gay.
He's gone on.
Who the fuck makes out when they go to "Careless Whisper"? He gay. You gay. Whoever that dude is, you gay.
So
I'm just kidding. He's not gay.
No, he isn't. And so I had not seen him probably since around high school. And I was in the front. He was in the front. And you know how you look and you look again like, wait. And then so he says my name from afar. And I was like, da, 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 da. I say his name. Then I walk over and he's with a friend of his. And I don't know what he's already told the friend or whatever. So when I go over, we hug and everything. And then I said, "This was my kissing buddy." And, the friend is like, "Okay." But I just was not sure what the story was. And so I didn't know if I was to act like I didn't know him. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, I knew him. Like, we kissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
For a month.
This is what I know.
I've been to your, what do you call those things? High school reunions.
And nobody was there that I kissed. Because I only kissed 2 girls in high school, and it was the same time. It was yeah. Here's how I learned. Okay, when I was in 7th grade, I went over to my cousin Joey's house, and we did some party. My cousin Joey was in 8th grade, and we went over to a party with all 9th graders, and we played spin the bottle. So when you play spin the bottle, the girls were in one circle. It was 8 girls, and the guys and 8 guys in another circle. So the first time the bottle hits you and the same girl, it's cheek. Second time is lips. Third time you went in the bathroom, you French kiss.
Oh.
I'm 7th grade. I ain't never kissed nobody. So the first time, cheek ain't nothing, lips ain't nothing real quick. The third time it hit me and this girl, and we went in the bathroom, she stuck her tongue so far down my throat. I swear to God, it was in my esophagus. And I just was like, I was in love. I was like, I really want to date her.
Was she white?
All the girls are white.
No.
But I was just like this. What the? I was just, my mouth just open. What the? I remember walking out, because whenever you walk out of the bathroom, everybody knows what just happened. So everybody's just looking at you. So I had to sit down like I've done this before, even though I never had. So I ended up French kissing like 4 girls that night in 7th grade. But there was one that was super fine. Oh. And I only got the lips with her. My bottle would never hit her. And I kept thinking, come on, hit the fucking bottle. Hit the fucking bottle. It wouldn't hit. So that was 7th grade. So I came back to school on Monday to my junior high thinking, oh, shit's about to change. Because, you know, I've done French kiss. And I'm thinking the whole school knew. Nobody knew. So I'm thinking, God damn it. The word didn't get out? So I'm thinking I'm this experienced sexual beast. I've done French kiss 4 girls in a matter of 30 minutes. And I didn't kiss another girl in 10th grade.
Really?
Yeah. So I didn't kiss another girl in 10th grade. And we had a teacher strike at our school, right? So, one, our school is under construction, and we got a teacher strike. The only reason I was at school was because the football players had to go to class to play that week, even though nobody was doing shit in school. We had all these, not even substitute teachers. It was like student teachers. Basically, they were just like taking attendance, and everybody just sat around and bullshit all day in class because nobody's going to learn anything. And so I had study hall back-to-back periods, and I had lunch. So my sophomore year, there was like an hour and a half block where I didn't really have to do shit. They weren't taking attendance in study hall. Study hall, you just whatever. So me and these 2 girls and this other dude went to the boys' locker room, which was under construction, so it was basically kind of closed down. And we sat in the showers, and the girl just like went in on me, one of the girls, and she started kissing me. And she said, oh, God, what are you doing? I was like, what do you mean? She was like, you're just like sticking your tongue. You got to lose your lips. And she was like, she basically taught me how to French kiss in the shower of the boys' locker room. And then another girl was sitting there, and she goes, he don't know how to kiss. She goes, what? She goes, kiss her. So I just turned my head to the left and kissed the other girl. And she goes, yeah, he don't really know. And then, so it literally was like this. It was one of the things where I was over to the right, over to the left, and kissed both. And then I ended up making out with the one girl more. But I learned a French kiss. And honestly, that was 10th grade. It was my senior, no, it was a summer. No, it was a summer going into my junior year that I kissed quite a few girls, though. I kind of came into my own in the summertime because I had a job at Americana Amusement Park, which is like a knockoff Six Flags Kings Island. It was for the trailer park.
I was a really good kisser, but I wasn't having sex or anything.
I wasn't either. I was in Virginia. I was 19.
I think I was 18.
Yeah, you were way earlier. Way earlier. You were making out with guys in cars and shit.
No. But let me just say this. That I was very fortunate in that all the guys that I had some sort of relationship with were all nice guys. They just weren't, maybe the person I wanted to spend, it just wasn't meant for us to like be together forever. But they're all nice guys, and, they've all been, as far as I know, respectful of me. I've never heard my name, and most of them have some sort of platform that if they wanted to use my name or say my name, they could, and they haven't.
What?
They're all nice guys.
What? Okay. So let's just completely switch gears. Now, we all watched Surviving R. Kelly. We talked about that in depth. Then
the story that keeps on giving.
Leaving Neverland comes out. I was so bored. I watched the first 45 minutes, and I looked. I remember I came home and I said, let's try to watch some shows we try to watch together. I said, let's not watch that till we watch it together. And then we waited, and then I turned it on at night. I'm laying in bed, fell asleep. I thought maybe I was just too tired. Woke up next morning, turned it on. I was about 45 minutes in. I turned it, and I looked at you. I go, is this as fucking boring as I think? And that first guy, he should be a dang psychologist because his voice was putting me to sleep. The kid that Michael Jackson allegedly abused.
And
not the dance choreographer, the other guy.
Wade.
Not Wade, the other guy.
I think it was something
I was bored.
that I never really wanted to watch, just to tell you the truth. You know, it wasn't a documentary that I really wanted to watch, and I just don't believe it.
Now, what do you
I
think
think it
about
was
T.I.'s
weird.
comments? T.I. made a comment, and he said, "Don't get it twisted. This is an attack on like black entertainers, black, our black entertainment legends, kind of
Yeah,
the Michael Jackson thing." I don't think that. I think when you come to network TV, I just think they don't care about the debris that's left over after they drop this bomb, whether it's true or not. I think they're just looking for ratings. And I'm like,
but you know, the Neverland, what is it? The Neverland,
Leaving Neverland.
Leaving Neverland. They said that those ratings weren't really that good.
Good, because it fucking was boring.
Neither was Oprah's interview after.
And I watched 10 minutes of that. I was bored.
And I don't want to I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with T.I.'s comment because I think some people are clearly guilty. I just really don't think Michael Jackson is guilty of that. I do think he was weird and very eclectic, but I don't think he did it. And I think Wade
Robeson
is especially, I don't know, it's always looked like he's a money grabber. Do you know what I mean? Just money grab. And when they went to court, they were adults. It's no reason to still be fearful. It's not like they were little kids. I just don't believe it with those two. So I'm not saying it didn't happen maybe with some other kids. I just don't believe those two.
I couldn't get through it. I was like, I get it. I thought the weirdest thing out of all of it was when they said Michael Jackson used to go, I should be more prepared. So it was Wade Robinson, and who was the other guy?
The other guy.
That he. Yeah.
But there was a dancer that worked with Wade and said he was always out for money, just not the most honest guy. Had been a past drug addict or a severe drug user, and that doesn't necessarily mean you're going, that you are now a liar. But I just he doesn't come off as credible to me.
Chance said destroy another strong black historical legend.
Yeah. I don't know. I think R. Kelly is guilty.
Oh, so is Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
I think that too.
Yeah. So I just don't believe the Michael Jackson
yeah, I think he was just a different cat.
I do. I think it's because of his daddy. I think his daddy he was just weird. Like forever in a child state of mind. That's what I think. But I don't know. Oh, but you know what? Do you remember Bubbles the chimp?
Yeah, yeah.
Bubbles is still alive.
Chimps live a long time, though.
And he's in a sanctuary, and he gets very upset when he is shown or he hears shown a picture of Michael Jackson, or if he hears his music.
Really?
Very upset.
Who told you that?
I read the article.
Okay, hold on.
What point are we making about Neverland?
I am trying to find the guy. The guy's name. It was Wade Robinson. Wade Robeson?
Robeson, I think.
Not Robeson, just Robeson.
Oh, okay.
Who was the... God damn it. Oh, and then James Safechuck. James Safechuck should be a psychologist because he was putting me to sleep the way he talked. The weirdest thing was when he said Mike used to come to his house in Simi Valley, and then they'd go take walks together, like at night. And then as soon as somebody recognized Mike, they'd have to get back in the house or duck out. I was like, can you imagine living in the suburbs and then be like, did that Michael Jackson just walk by me?
Is he like dressed like Michael Jackson, like with the red?
I don't know, but I'm like, still, I think you would know Michael Jackson regardless.
I think so too.
Regardless of what he's dressed like, you're gonna know.
He would be the coolest kid like in the neighborhood,
without question. Now, let me ask you this: what's been your most random walking somewhere, standing in a park or whatever, and you saw somebody goes, "Is that?" and you couldn't believe you saw him? Do you remember? Do you know? Was you a kid? Anybody that was just like, because that would be the most random. You're in Simi Valley, and Michael Jackson's walking on the street of some suburbs.
I think when I had first moved to LA, I ran into Magic Johnson.
Where? You just ran into Magic?
No, it was like at a little, I wish I could remember the name of like a little
cafe
situation.
But see, LA, yeah.
But well, Michael Jackson, do you know what I mean? So, and he was what I do remember, and I can't remember everything, but I remember he was very nice to everyone. Like
Magic's
just
the
happy,
best.
just cheese and very nice to everyone.
Yo, there's a reason he's Magic.
Yeah, and I don't think I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of bodyguards or anything like that.
Well, a lot of times bodyguards, you're like, they attract more attention than you deserve. Let me think.
So Magic, all his money really didn't come from basketball because they weren't getting those same kind of contracts that they are getting now. His money came from investments.
A lot of investments, but also, I mean, that's why a lot of times I always say, if you're a D1 college player, like if you go to Alabama or you go to Arkansas or you go to Michigan, I would say if you don't go to the NFL, it'd almost be wise to stay in that area, because you're going to make all the right contacts with the right people. Yeah, Magic got drafted by LA. He's from, what's he from? Lansing, Michigan. Mm-hmm. And he goes to LA, balls out in the Lakers. I mean, he's in the land of opportunity, LA. He just used all his contacts, Starbucks, Magic Johnson Theaters, TGI Fridays. I mean, the guy's just,
That's what I mean. I wonder if it came from investments because,
it was the contacts he made through playing with the Lakers. But he would still be doing okay from his Laker contracts. But yeah, a lot of his money is not. I mean, there's the rumor out there that Shaq has never cashed an NBA check. He lives off his endorsement money. Buick has to be breaking Shaq off. That damn Buick commercial ran for about 5 years. You know what I mean? But I'm thinking the most random person I ever ran into that I was just like, is that so-and-so? And I told the story. Alonzo Mourning was, I was in the Navy, mm-hmm. and he was at Georgetown. He just left Georgetown. He was with Charlotte with the Hornets. Mm-hmm. And I'm crossing the street, and Alonzo gets out of a car, and he just unraveled out of this car, because he was 6'10", and I just went, "Oh shit, Alonzo Mourning!" And he gave me a look like, this drunk motherfucker.
You were screaming his name?
No, I didn't scream it, but I was close enough that he heard me. But I wasn't going to approach him, ask for an autograph picture. Right. It just was shocking that this big man got out of this tiny car, first of all. And then I think it was a place called the Georgetown Cafe. And he went in there to get something to eat. It's a late night spot that a lot of people hit after the club closes. They had the best eggs. I don't know why. But he got out and he was walking into the Georgetown Cafe. And I just remember going, "Oh shit, Alonzo Mourning." You don't realize he said it loud. And he gave me a glance and almost looked at me like, "Motherfucker, please don't bother." I was trying to get something to eat. And, but it was so random that I saw him. And then I went and ate there just so I could watch him eat. I didn't plan on eating there. I didn't I wasn't on him, but I just sat in the corner mm-hmm. Like this before cell phone.
Like creepy guy.
And I told Alonzo that story too. I told him once we got there, and now we're pretty good friends, but I told him, I said, "Dude, I met you in 93. You know what I mean?" And it was funny because
he didn't try to act like he remembered you.
No, of course not. He started laughing. He goes, "Man." He goes, "Yeah, I probably gave you that look." Where he was at that age, you in the league, you ain't trying to deal. Man fans are the worst. We always say that. Man fans are the worst. But the first time I ran into Alonzo, and we started hanging out, was 2006, the first year I did Zoe's Summer Groove. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was weird because they asked me to do press with them to promote the comedy show on the weekend. And I just remember I come down and I'm in an SUV and he's in an SUV. We're going to all the same places, but we were riding in two different cars. So I just kept following. And I was thinking, at first I was like, this is so stupid. I was like, why do we have two SUVs? It's just me and him. And his publicist was with him, or lady for the weekend. But then it hit me as we drive around. I go, oh, I get it, because he don't know me. So I would probably do the same thing for some events. I don't know this dude. I don't know if he smokes weed, if he's going to talk my ear off or whatever. But I knew we were bonding because we did 2 radio stations and 2 TV stations together. And right before we went to the last TV station, he goes, "Hey man, when we get done, we're going to grab some breakfast. You want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, I could eat." And then that's where we started to became friends. But I knew.
Did that take you back to that time you were in the corner watching?
I waited. Watching them eat again. I waited a couple months before I told him. After I saw him a few more times, I waited. And then I told him, "Hey man, I never told you this, but I met you in 93. And I was that dude." Mm. Oh shit. Alonzo Mourning. I was drunk as shit. I'll tell you what, I think the most excited I ever saw anybody that I had seen on TV, and this is going to sound random and not a lot of people are going to know this dude, was Bobby Winston. He played for the Georgetown Hoyas back when Georgetown was like good. That was right around the Ewing, Morning, the Kembe days.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw him at a nightclub called the Dome in D.C. and he was just standing there by himself, and he looked like an Ivy League brother because he had like just a sweater and some slacks and shoes, dress shoes, and I just remember he was standing by himself, and I went, "Hey, Bobby Winston," and he was like, "Yeah." I go, "Hey man, it's a big fan, man." He goes, "Oh man, thanks." I think he was so happy somebody knew him. And he was so polite and everything, but I was like, "Hey, Bobby Winston." Man, I was so happy to meet him. I remember walking around so proud of myself, like, "I'm at Bobby Winston. Nobody else knows who he is but me in the club."
Okay, so that could be something I'm sorry for, that I'm not more into football to really enjoy that with you.
Football and basketball? That's you saying a regret?
Football.
Oh, I thought it was a regret, but you know me, and people make fun of me because I have no problem watching a game by myself. None. I'll go to a game by myself.
I would, rah, and be able to.
No. That right there, the rah tells me I don't want you to watch a game with me. Ain't no rah. But that's why a lot of times you'll say, do you want to go to a Super Bowl party? I'm like, no. If it's a Super Bowl party where it's going to be a bunch of people and I don't know half of them, I won't go because I want to hear the announcers. I want to watch it in peace. And you know that about me. Mm-hmm. Like this year, I stayed in Cincy. Boxing matches too. If I get pay-per-view, I'll watch it by myself. Mm-hmm. I like to hear the announcers, and I don't know. I guess in some ways I'm an introvert when it comes to that stuff. Now going is different. I love to go to a game.
Oh yeah.
But to watch it on TV, I'd rather be at my house with just a few friends that I know. Because some people talk too much, man. I swear to God, man, I love my dad to death, but if you watch a game with him, he comments on every goddamn play. Especially when it comes to the Bengals, he'll be like this: "Are they running it? They're running it. He's audible. Oh my God!" One time I was watching a game, I just looked at him. I went, "Dude, he doesn't even realize he's comment on every fucking play. Is he dropping back?" Then like somebody will come for the side. "Oh, AJ's back in. AJ's back in." I remember one time it was like at a movie. Like he just saw me come on the other side of his head. Like, dude, they're comment on every fucking play. Nice guys. And then my dad. It's hard to watch a game with him because his range of emotions. "Oh, they fucking suck. This team's terrible." And then the next play, "Oh, fuck, I can't believe that. Great pickup. Oh, man, good call." Like, Dad, you got to make up your mind, man. You are having an argument with yourself right now. So, anyways, my schedule. I forgot to mention my schedule. This weekend, I'm in Columbus, Ohio at the Funny Bone. Friday and Saturday is sold out already. Sundays and Sunday, too. Yeah, Friday, Saturday sold out. Sunday's sold out. So we're going to add Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Last year, I added Monday. So don't fret if you go online and all the tickets are sold out. We're going to add shows. I promise you. And then next week, I'm at the Cache Creek Casino in Brooks, California, which is basically outside of Sacramento. And then the week after that, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina at Charlie Goodnight's. So this week I'm in Columbus. Next week I'm at Cache Creek Casino. And then the week after that, I'm in Raleigh at Goodnight's. Anything you want to pump?
Please go see me. No.
Please go see me. Yeah, because if you see me, that's more money for us. Thank you, Kenya. Thank you for that.
Listen, we're a team.
We're a team effort.
We're a team effort.
And just shout out to my kids, Austin, flush and wipe the piss off the toilet seat, bro. Okay? Kennedy, clean your room. But you're a great daughter.
And they're both, and the thing about them is they both have really good sense of humor, which you have to make it in this house, or you would be balled up in a corner.
Because we can go.
Yeah.
We can bag up. We can bag. We can go. You got to take and give it. You got to take and give it.
That's right.
That's for sure. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you guys.
Nice.
I was nice this podcast. Hopefully nobody be like, "You was rude to your wife." They better not, because I let you talk.
Did I?
let you talk. Yeah, you don't want to talk. You could have. You have a great.
When I can step in.
You have a great Jason Kidd story you don't want to share. Great.
Okay, but
it's amazing.
I have other stories too. Okay.
Yeah.
In fact,
PG.
I should have my own segment called Random Shit.
Random shit. You should have your own podcast called Random Shit. You had one, but I don't know who you was. You was alive with the wrong group.
Here we go.
You had the Bengals front office.
Can I would do a podcast with Jerry anytime.
Who's Jerry?
Oh, you said I had a podcast before.
Yeah, but who's Jerry?
Jerry.
You
Tolliver.
literally just said Jerry.
Jerry Tolliver.
Okay.
Jerry
Nobody
Tolliver.
knows. All right.
I would love to do a podcast with her.
All right, maybe one day. All right, this is Gary Owen with
shit.
This is Gary Owen with the GetSome podcast. Go ahead, get the last word in, Kenya.
No, I wasn't there. Did I just get it in?
Boom.
If you want to listen to my podcast, just go to iTunes, search Gary Owen, #GetSome.